She does not like when guys wear condoms.
Did you just say that?
She doesn't.
Wow.
No, she gets offended.
I get offended. That sounds really bad. I think, no, you should wear condoms.
Hello, all, and welcome to Marsha Marsha Marsha, the podcast. I'm your host, Marsha Molinari, and you are here listening to the podcast that brings true and heartfelt human connection. I believe if you don't know about it, you can't care about it. And that's why we're here today. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Marsha Marsha Marsha. We are back with two very special guests, Julia and Alexis, also known as Excuse My Friend, Heartlyn Rae. Heartlyn Rae.
That was perfect. Heartlyn.
It's so funny because people always get it wrong. So like,
All
that
the
was
time.
good.
No,
I'm
I
impressed.
had it.
You did. You did.
Okay, so we want to get into a lot of things today. First of all, welcome to the show.
We're so excited.
Yeah, thank you for having
Your
us.
outfit, 10 out of 10.
Is everything.
Today we wear pink.
Today we wear pink.
I love it. So I've been listening to a lot of your podcasts, and a lot of it is like lots of dating. You guys are super open, and I really, really love that. You guys are both straight, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So men only.
Yes.
You never know. Something might surprise you.
100%.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely. Have you guys ever dated the same person?
No, we've been very close.
No.
We've kissed the same person though.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
What's that like? Were you like, no,
I didn't know she was
no.
going to tell this. We haven't said anything about this.
We've never
but
been
yeah.
asked that, but
We have kissed the same person, and we actually connected with him recently again, which is so strange.
this was years ago in Arizona.
Yep.
He lives here.
They're like, oh, it's you.
And we saw him at an event and we're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're like, oh my
Memories.
gosh, what's he telling people? What does he know? Yeah. We had fun.
I remember listening to y'all's podcast, and it was like, your friend had dated one of your exes, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And that, not a good.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Behind my back, I had no idea. And she was feeding me tons of lies. She was telling me, stay with him. He's such a good guy.
That's
He's
the
great.
problem.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
And I still get heated.
Because I was like trying to decide when's a good time and how long is dating someone. You know, if it didn't work out for you, it might be great for somebody else.
Right.
But that
Right.
wasn't the case. She
No, that
was
wasn't the
like,
case.
stay with him.
Yeah,
And, like,
stay with
that's
him.
underhanded.
Yeah, it was
and, like,
terrible. And she was like family friends with us for a long time. And it just was so toxic. And she was so rude. She never apologized. She's not
I never
very nice,
trusted her the whole
so-
time. I tried telling you that she wasn't a good friend, but
I
it all
like being
came
friends
out.
with everyone though.
Me
like
too.
I
I'm
just
the
don't
same
care.
way.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
I did have a friend though that anytime I'd mention anyone, he was on them, and I would like bring them to dinner, and like I'd have friends be like, "Can you wait till she's like not here before you ask for that person's Instagram?" You know what I mean? Like I would get up to the bathroom, and then like there's that friend, like put your Instagram in, like.
we've had
You know,
it's just not right.
I think there's just times for that, even if like that was just a one date only. Don't do it in front of me. I even
Right,
tell dates that
exactly.
too, like that I've had and they've like hit on people. I'm like, don't do that in front of me. If you're out with me, at least be like a little more sly,
Like,
not
be
in
sneaky
front of me.
about it. Yeah,
Definitely.
exactly.
it's
Don't
just
be-
disrespectful.
I don't know. And then when they like post about it and they're like Instagramming and the stories, it's just like, and then it becomes so obvious because they know I'm still friends with them. I'm still watching it. It's just like a stab in the back.
Yeah, it hurts.
Well, like almost
So-
like, are they a sociopath or something? Like they just don't care, have
Yeah,
any
right.
feelings, like,
Like-
they can do whatever they
Right.
want.
Like,
Yeah.
what are you getting out of this? Like,
Yeah.
what is this doing to you?
Well,
I
they're
don't know.
getting your man.
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, go ahead, have him. Because he wasn't that great
Right.
anyways. So
Yeah.
like,
But you're also not a good friend, so you can have him and be away with him.
yes,
Yeah.
goodbye, the two of you.
Definitely.
I think karma will get her.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, that happens. We'll see.
We love Karma.
Yeah, we
We do.
love
Karma's
her.
amazing. I let
Best
her
friend.
do her
Karma's been on my
thing.
Yeah.
side a few times.
I like that.
Right?
Okay, so, well, I just jumped right into it, but I want to get to know how, everyone else know how you guys know each other. I know from like a super young age.
Yes, first grade.
Yep, we met in first grade. So we grew up together. Our families are friends. We did theater together. And we were singers. Well, we still are singers, but we were in a singing group together. There were 4 of us.
It was always the 2 of us.
We always like stuck together. Like we were the closest ones. Like the other girls were me and there was drama, but it was always you and I.
Always, yeah.
And then you guys moved to Nashville together?
Moved to Nashville to pursue singing and music. We never thought we'd be in Nashville, which I'm glad we did. It was great.
Yeah.
We spent, 7 years there? And I mean, we've done everything. We've shared a room together.
Oh, yeah, 2 mattresses on the floor.
She had her boyfriend
that's
come.
hardcore. You guys are like beyond sisters.
Beyond sisters.
We packed up my like crappy old car and drove across the country. I don't know how we made it. Yeah, that Toyota. Those Toyotas will run.
Wait, I drove to LA in a Toyota too, like a truck.
All of us.
Yeah.
Yes, I still have my very first car. I can't get rid of it. So speaking of Toyota.
Oh yeah, Betsy. Betsy. It's a interesting car.
Okay, anyways.
But anyway, we moved to Nashville. We shared a room. We had a crazy roommate. That's a whole other thing. Did every odd job.
Wait, what kind of crazy roommate?
I found her on Craigslist. And at the time we had like no money. We saved up between the both of us, probably like $1,000. Yeah. And so this roommate, like, here's the thing. When we asked people, hey, like we want to share a room to like save money, people were like, not comfortable with that, whatever. So she allowed us to. So we're like, okay.
Red flag.
And she just like, she was very nice at first. How do you describe her? She like she would throw away my mail. Here's one
She would tell me I couldn't park like in the front of the house because my car was old.
Like she said, she still has her car from
it was just
high school. So it's like,
she said you couldn't park because it's an old car.
Well, she
that
was
doesn't
like
make any sense.
She was really bougie. She had a BMW. She couldn't like afford. She was like, one of those. And she had her sister come visit for her sister's birthday. Well, where were you? I think you were like staying at a friend's house. I was pet sitting. So we both weren't sleeping at home. I come home the next morning. The sister's like, your bed's really comfy. The sister and her boyfriend slept in my room. No. So the roommate allowed her sister and the boyfriend to sleep. I didn't know what to say because I don't like confrontation. But in my head, I'm just like, I don't know you. You and your boyfriend are doing, I don't know. It's like a very intimate space.
No, you don't do that.
Like if she would have asked, of course, I'll change the sheets. Sure. Like I'm not there. You can have my room. But ask. So I texted her. I go, the sister, and then one of the friends stayed in your room.
Yeah, one of the friends stayed in my room. And it was a whole production. I ended up getting bed bugs. After they stayed.
That
we don't know.
Production.
Like I don't know if it was them, but
it was.
Thank you. It was 100% them.
There were
She's
no
trying to be nice.
As
you know,
she's trying to cover it up. It doesn't work. So it was from them. So
I don't know if you know about bed bugs, but they are very they will spread. So we had to go through all of our clothes, hot water, wash, get rid of, vacuum. Like it was because I was terrified. I didn't want to get bed bugs. I've had bed bugs before. That's another story. I wasn't the problem. It was a boyfriend who had them. You don't want bed bugs.
No.
Yeah, so
nightmare roommate situation.
She was something else.
But it's always been her and I. So
yeah. When I would interview roommates when I first moved to LA, and I would meet them at the Starbucks down the street, never in the apartment, because you never knew how crazy they were. But I always thought there should be a show because the people that I met were wild. Like one guy was like, I just work at the Men's Warehouse in the stock room, and I won't bother you, and like. I only do this or that, and it was just always I don't think we'll be compatible. And then I've had a couple where one roommate had this terrible cat that was very nice to me when he was there, so smart. I knew what the cat was doing, and the moment the door would shut, I'd look at the cat and he'd jump up on something knock a picture frame down. I go, don't you dare. And he'd go,
oh, sneaky.
But the house would be a mess. He would ruin everything. And when that person came home, I'd be like, your cat. And he's like,
right.
And the cat would be rubbing against me. And I'm like, no, he hates me.
You're lying.
So I actually had to kick him out because of the cat.
Wow.
Because it was wild situation. I've also had another roommate who, when he first moved in, suit and tie, gorgeous, paid in cash all the time.
I love him. Yeah. Okay.
So sweet. 2 months go by. Things start to change a little. I think 3 months go by. He's selling his TV. Okay. Maybe another month goes by. He's selling his car. He's not wearing suits anymore. Well, I don't do drugs or anything, so I don't know. And he came in a suit, right? So like, it's got to be upskill and great. He was used to be in the Navy, served our country. He was into drugs, basically, at the end of the story. And he stopped paying rent. And he started getting really aggressive with me. So after 2 months of not paying rent, I just put his stuff outside. But he changed the locks on the bedroom door. It's like my apartment, my
on your doors?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I found like vases of urine in the closet.
What? You're kidding.
Yes. And I called, I think, a number of people, friends, and people are like, oh, he's a drug addict. He's paranoid about peeing, so he's probably peeing inside of the vases and taking them out later. Wow. And I'm like, out of here, out of here, out of here, out of here.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Wow.
And long story short, the police made me keep him there. They're like, you have to go through the court system. And I'm like, he is not on the lease. He hasn't paid rent in months. Like, he says urine in jars. Y'all know. Luckily, he had a fit, like right after the police left. So 911 dispatch heard him have a fit and was like,
okay, so that was like his way out.
I got lucky, to get him out. And then they came back and I was like, told you. Yeah.
What is he doing now? Do you know?
No.
Have you kept up? No.
Never.
That is a traumatizing roommate experience.
Yeah, ever since then it was like a no. It had to be like an actual person I knew.
Yeah.
I get so paranoid about who's living
That's
in
like
who's
us.
in my space.
When we moved to LA, we were like, okay, no more roommates. We were about to be in a content house.
We almost did a content house, and I'm actually so happy that didn't work out.
Yeah, I can imagine those are crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. We go to some now. It's wild. It's so fun. We love it. But like to live there is
like
a whole other.
Oh, absolutely.
Exactly.
It's like a constant party.
Which is great.
Like, I need a second though. I'm like, I want my alone time. I want quiet. Like I want to be able to just like, disconnect for a little bit.
Yeah.
Home has to be sanctuary for me.
Yes. And
absolutely.
we could not, we lived in the same room for like what, 6 months?
I don't know how we did it without
Nashville,
like killing each other though.
But now, no way. There would be absolutely no way.
I think it's because we were like younger too and more willing, like, to have a mattress on the floor. Like we were roughing it.
Yeah.
Right,
but
like,
now I think we're more set in our ways, right? Like you like the blinds wide open and the lights bright on. I don't. I like it dark. Like the brightness like hurts my eyes. I'm like really sensitive.
I guess.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Come on, tell us the truth.
Yeah.
Open or close?
Who would you want to share a room with between us?
I can do a bright morning. Like I'm up really early. But I also, when I want my peace, I also have a sleep mask too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I need to get one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see. I'm all about like vibes. Like I like vibey lighting. Like when it's bright, I just like get headaches. But anyway, and then you like it to be super cold. I like it to be like it just wouldn't work out.
No.
Being in the same room. So
glad it worked out like it did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Roommates, it's a whole other thing. But
so
we made it work this far.
besides kissing the same guy, do you guys have the same type of guy?
No, we don't, thankfully. Like, we've never
That's
fought
always-
over
I mean,
always-
the older you get, you are starting to like more of the type I've always liked.
Yeah, because I've always
She's always gone for complete douchebags. And very
fuck
toxic.
boys?
Yeah,
Yes.
I can say that because she agrees. Otherwise, I wouldn't be so blunt. But
a guy I was like obsessed with went to prison.
like
That's
a few
okay,
of them, right?
A few of and like
People make mistakes.
people make mistakes,
I've
but
got
I just
baggage. No, I'm
I
kidding.
but like
Right,
I think it was
there's
more
nothing wrong with
it was
it,
more of
but-
like the bad boy thing that I
Right.
liked is like what and like I feel like you like more of like the
No, what did he go to prison for?
I think he got into some drugs and stuff,
Right,
I think it's just the bad boy thing at the time, tattoos, smoking a cigarette.
The economy was down.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
She was with the guys where like she
I thought I could fix them.
fix them.
I
And
did
they-
the same thing, actually.
Really?
Like-
You guys are both fixers.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I kind of like, I'm like the mother type. Like,
Oh.
let me dress you. Let me fix your style a little bit. Let me do this and
You change
That's
a little
like
bit.
me. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Huh.
I'll get up and make breakfast and do all the things.
No.
I know.
Well, you're nurturing.
But I like it.
So would you say you're like a doormat?
No, God, no.
See, that's
nothing
what
like
doormat
that.
just means like you care and you want to
No,
nurture.
because I'm also very much the boss. Like,
Okay, so that's a good mix then.
Yeah.
Like you're not
like
okay.
I'll be like, people know. Like if I give a look, they're like, she's not happy.
Oh, they know.
They're like, and I
good.
won't. Not that I'll throw a fit. I'll just. They know I'm the boss.
Okay,
Yeah.
they know.
But I like to also nurture it and take care of.
That's a good
It's a good
balance.
mix.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like afraid of relationships. So I'm like
Not the marrying.
no,
type.
yeah,
no.
it really scares me.
Actually, I'm not into marriage as well. I'm
Really?
like, if you're forever, then you're forever. No piece of paper is going to make you
right?
stay.
Like nothing. Like what's it do? Now, her on the other hand, even driving here was all
I hope I get married
about
today.
marriage. Yes.
Pretty
So
much.
good.
Well, I'm like, oh, another person I know from high school got engaged or they're on their second kid. And I'm just like, when is my time? You know what I
Right.
mean? I think it's hard to see people, doing the things that you think like what society says by now you should be
Totally.
doing.
And it
So-
is ingrained in your head.
It is. I feel like a lot of people though, when they say I don't want a kid, it's just it comes with like a look or a remark or like that's bad. Like you don't want kids.
I don't like that.
What is that?
Yeah.
I don't like that either. It's like to each their own.
I think it's okay to not like, and like you said, some
Totally.
people probably shouldn't, and
Right.
that's great.
But if
you know,
you really want one, I think that's even more special. My mom would always be like, "He ruined my life." I'm like, "Why did you have us?" You know, kind of thing.
Yeah, why?
Yeah.
But she was just like, kind of like, my life was like a dark comedy, but she would like blatantly say it. I'm like,
No.
really, girl?
Wow.
Well, we're here now. You know.
Yeah, now that we're here, are you guys close now? Like,
Yeah,
you
we
guys
are
good?
now.
Okay,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
good.
we're
Thank
back.
God.
Yeah.
We're back.
Now,
we're back in
now I'm
action.
her miracle child.
Okay, yeah.
See
of
how that
course.
turns
Yeah,
around?
yeah, I see that. Yeah,
Definitely.
I want kids. I definitely want kids, but I also think I can have kids on my own.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people they'll get married just to have a kid, and then guess what? The kid experiences trauma and like sees a bunch of shit that the parents are going through, and it like rocks the boat.
Well, then
Yeah.
guess what? Because you're also stuck with him for pretty much the rest
Exactly.
of your life.
Yeah.
Even
So-
if he's not even around or doing much, you're kind of just stuck with
you
him.
just are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to share
But I
the
have-
time and
Right.
I have 2 girlfriends now doing that.
Really?
Yes. One's gonna have twins,
Oh.
and she's just preparing for it. And she's like, I make my own money. I do my own things. I do everything on my own anyways. I have another girlfriend that's like, yeah, I can do this. I've
See,
got
I
a
love
big
that.
family. I'm not gonna wait any longer. For who? You know?
Right.
And no one really talks about that.
Yeah.
Though. It's like I would love to hear other people talk about that more because
Yeah.
I feel so out of place.
And I think it's just as special, if not more. Mommy wanted our daddy, if you want
Yeah.
that for yourself as well. But like, you know, I wanted you so bad that I went through all of this because it takes a lot.
Yeah.
a lot.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think it's super special. How are you guys finding dating in LA?
Sigh. Like, where do I begin? I am like ashamed to say this, but there's times when like it'll be like a Friday night and I'll just cry and scroll through like dating apps. That sounds so bad, but I'm just like, what am I doing? Like, it's tough. It's tough, especially
Yeah.
here and in the influencer space, you know.
Or when you think you found someone special, like, oh, this is
You
great.
didn't.
You
You
didn't,
didn't.
right? It's like, or a friend will be like, hey, this guy's still in the app because my friend just went on a date with him. He's not as great as
Yeah.
you think. You know, we've run into guys too at parties and like we'd gone on a date and then we see him at a party with another girl and we're like, which they're open to do whatever. But when we're sitting there on a date
Well,
and he's like, I really want this.
Right,
you
when
know,
he's
to be
telling just
serious.
you,
Yeah.
like
I want to like be engaged in the next year to someone. Like I really want to find my person, and then we're like still texting, and then you show up with another girl.
No.
Like it's just like okay, bye boy.
Yeah, you gotta go. I haven't really been able to get into dating apps. I used Grindr once to get like weed on Christmas Day.
Yeah,
Like
There you go.
7 years ago. And like I had my friend wait with me in the lobby and
stop.
That's hilarious.
and he was really sweet. He brought in a Christmas card. He said like for his Christmas party, like everyone hung joints on his Christmas tree.
That's hilarious.
Stop it. That's
And he didn't
amazing.
smoke, and he said "Merry Christmas," gave me like a little kiss on the cheek, and it was like the sweetest
was it.
moment. And I deleted.
Wow,
Grindr.
that's a success story.
Yeah,
that is
right?
Major.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yo,
Yeah.
get back
Fun with
on.
it.
Go
Right?
with it.
Like, go back on. Yeah, no, we go through like ups and downs of like we'll have all the apps and then we will delete all the apps.
Yeah.
Like, we're like,
Yeah.
okay, no, like we just
I feel like it's
Yeah.
dangerous though, because like someone like me, I like get not like a high, but it's like this validation. It's like, oh, this person like matched you and liked you, and it's like exciting talking to somebody, and then it fizzles out, nothing happens.
Yeah.
But there was a time when I was seeing this guy, and he was like all about me and feeding me everything. I find out he's dating. You know, we're not good friends, but kind of like acquaintances in the same kind of circle. He's seeing her. We both find out about each other, so we both, you know, meet up for coffee. You know, what's he telling you, kind of thing.
What?
He had a party, so we showed up like hand in hand, like we're best
Yeah,
friends.
together, right?
Remember?
Great.
And he like comes up
Great.
and he sees us, and the look on his face, I'll never forget. He's just like, "You two know each other," and like
like out of a movie. Like it
it
doesn't
was.
seem real.
We planned it so perfectly, but she ended up staying with him. And
Girl, were you like,
you know, sometimes.
I mean, there's only so much you can say.
Yeah, you know, we're like, yeah, like we're so empowered, like we're gonna get him, and then months later they just go off, you know.
Yeah. Are you a big like words person? Like you?
Yeah. What's like your love language?
What does that mean? Do I like to speak to people?
No.
Like, are you words? Do you like to talk?
Do you like mutes?
No. You like mutes? Yeah. No, like she's a big like word.
Like
how do you
words
say
of
it?
affirmation.
Words of affirmation.
And
Oh,
there's
yeah.
like physical touch, quality time, acts of service, and then what's the fifth one?
I don't know.
There's another one. I'm spacing on it.
Yeah.
It'll come to me, but there's like different ways people like show and like to receive love.
I mean, yes. I want it all. But
Same.
I also want space.
Same.
But when they give me space, I get a little like,
we're like, wait.
Yeah, like where are you?
Where are you?
You're super independent.
Yeah.
Like I am single, but I'm also kind of just started seeing this guy. And it's new for us. Like we talk about it and we're like, we're going slow, right? But like we only talk to each other. But even just on the way over here, I was like, miss your face. And then 2 hours go by and I go, acknowledge me. And then he immediately wrote, it's
But
like,
I
oh my
bet
God,
he
I
likes
miss you.
that.
He's like, I
Like,
miss you too. You
Yeah,
know,
it's that
kinda thing.
spice, that like spice. Yeah.
Yeah.
She feeds into the word thing. I'm like, okay.
I hold on to
Anyone can
words.
say anything. You know, she holds on to the words. I'm like, guys can, or girls, anyone can say anything, but it's like the action behind it. I don't know.
We do say I love you, and I think that's been like really quick.
Who
you
said it
say love-
first?
Yeah.
To be honest, I was driving by when he was going home, and I looked, and I think he said, I could read lips, and I mean, I don't know if I can, but I did.
Right.
And he's like, I love you, you know?
I love
and,
you.
and I was like, drove away, and I was like, did he just say?
Oh my
So
So
I-
you didn't say it back in that moment? Or
I
you
was
didn't text
driving.
him? Like,
No,
oh, you said-
no,
I think
no.
you were probably processing
Yeah,
it.
I was like, did that just happen? But we do say it, but I also say I love you to like all of my friends.
You do. Okay.
Yeah, and I had this girlfriend recently, and she was dating this guy, and they were fully involved. Like, she was flying to Seattle, staying with him for like 3 weeks. It was definitely like a heavy thing, and she's like, "We haven't said I love you." I'm all, "Oh, you should just say it if you mean it. Like, do you love him?" She's like, "Yeah." Like, she was like wanting to have kids with him.
Oh,
and
wow. Serious.
Yeah, she was like, "This is where I am. After a year, I need to know this is where
Of
you
course.
are."
Yeah.
But she never said it, and she wished she would have. So I think there's kind of like a little. I think if you mean it in the moment, because
Yeah.
now he's closer than a lot of my friends. You know, I tell him mostly everything.
Wow.
So
Good for you.
I don't know.
I only tell people I love them when I'm drunk. So no, it's a
Maybe
problem.
it's been that though. No, I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
exactly. It's an issue.
I think I'm like, for me, I'm like stubborn. I'm like, I want them to say it first, which is so not. Like, if you feel it in the moment, you should be able to say it. But and like, I think I set too many rules for myself. I'm like, okay, if it's only been a few months, like I don't want to be too eager or seem like too much. Like I want them to like me a little bit more than I like
Overthink
them. Like
it.
I overthink like crazy, and I think that's kind of like been to my detriment.
I do
at
like them to
times.
say it first, actually.
Yeah.
Now thinking about
100%.
it.
Yeah.
Like you can tell
Well,
me.
that's what you got. So
Yeah. Well, so before that, like I was finding like dating confusing because I recently transitioned. Like it's been a year and a half.
Oh, yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
But I've been getting like a new wave of guys, and it's been like I'm not sure if they're fetishizing me or not. You know, like because after diving in and like following a lot of trans girls I look up to, I hear this word, and then I was like, oh, wait, is that what's happening? Because I'm getting a lot of extra attention.
Oh,
And
so,
like, but it'll be like guys in the club, like, I love your dress. I'm like, do you really love it? Like, I'll go right into flirting, and they're like,
Yeah.
yeah, I really love it. And
so you're feeding into it.
yeah,
I
but
love it.
they're like going off, and then they're like, I like girls. I'm all, but you just,
But
like had your arm around
Yeah,
me,
you're like,
and you
what
were
are we
like
doing?
literally
Yes.
Yeah.
flirting with me, hardcore.
yeah.
Not like a mistaken flirting, not like I think you're pretty and like
Right,
walk away.
right.
It's
It
like
was-
full on flirting.
You know.
Or holding hands, or something
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
or arm around each other, or like maybe even like a kiss.
Yeah, like they know what they're doing.
Yeah. And I always like wonder if that's like, am I just like a moment, or maybe confusing them a little.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it sounds like you're confusing them. Like you're just too perfect, and they're like, I can't.
You're like, you're so hot, and they're just like,
I'm just
like,
all
I
over
can't resist myself.
All over the spectrum.
Do you like the attention? Like, do you like it, or are you like, eh?
I do, but there was like, for instance, there was this guy that we were talking for like 8 months, and he is like writing me. We talked every day, every morning. Good morning. He left and didn't live in this city, and every morning he's like, I love you. We were like, I love you, State. Like, super close. He's like, when he left, he like sending me pictures of him crying, like every day, like you're the person for me. And then it slowed down towards an end, and I had a dream that he had a girlfriend, and I was like, do you have a girlfriend? And he's like, no, I would never. And like, if I don't have time for you, I don't have time for anyone. Just working on my health. And and then we saw each other, and it was different than when he was here. Like, we would drive around for hours listening. Like, he'd play like love songs. He's like, no, just listen. Can we just take Sunset again? Like, I don't want to leave you. Every day. And then this next time we met up and it was different, I was like, well, I'm a little upset. Like, it was way different. He goes, you're always upset for no reason. And I'm like, wait, what?
Wait.
Whoa.
No.
Like, he just
Different
turned.
tone.
Yeah.
When before, like, he would do something, he'd be like, I can't fight with you. He'd cry. I could do anything in this world. Like, my parents have never even seen me cry.
Oh my gosh.
And then this one time, he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm all, you don't know what I'm talking about? And I sent him like 30 screen captures of him, like, dick pic, like, naked. Like, you've been doing this, not me. You've been saying, I'm your person, da-da-da.
Right.
And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I sent you that to show you my workout. Like, if someone else was reading it, honestly, the dialogue changed. It was like, I was just sending you that to show my workout progress. And I was like, wait.
You're like,
what? There's pictures of you crying.
Gosh.
Like,
wow.
that's not, we're not workout buddies.
Yeah, no, that's not where this is going.
And so, I don't know, like, getting that attention and then having it, like, maybe he wasn't sure with himself, but honestly, if he wasn't there, he wasn't there.
Right.
Yeah, like, what do you think changed? Do you think he found someone new? What do you think
I think he
happened?
had inner battles with maybe, like, being something he thought he wasn't.
Yeah.
But before, he was like, I don't care if people know.
Yeah.
You know, so people change.
Yeah.
People do. How do we feel about dick pics? You mentioned dick pics. Like, are you a fan or are you not a fan? Like, do you like it? Getting something?
Well, with him, there was like a full relationship build up.
Okay.
And like, he sent that on my birthday.
Oh, wow.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. But in general, don't do that. Like, right off the bat, like, if it's in like a special moment, but if you think like immediately that's what's going to get you.
Agree.
It's not.
100%.
Like, there has to be chemistry, honestly.
Right.
Like, I went forever without having sex, and like, just because there wasn't that person, that spark, like,
that does,
and usually for me, by the end of the day, like, our night, I really just want to go home alone.
Decompress,
glamour,
do whatever.
And get to bed, and like, I've got routines in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm a busy girl.
When you're so busy, right.
Right, it's exhausting. Like, I had boyfriends when we were so busy. It's like, I just didn't have time. It's like, then they want to chit-chat, and how was your day, which is so sweet.
Yeah.
But I'm like, when you're busy, it's like
I'm
the last thing you want to do is like, can we FaceTime? Like, for what? Like, for hours? No, I'm exhausted. Like, I don't know.
Poor guy. But when you do it, it's like for days and days, you'll just like be like, sorry, I can't talk to you.
Oh, yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
I'm awful.
I think I'm a little bit more like, I will. This sounds so bad. Like,
a lot.
I'm not saying I'll exhaust myself,
Obsessed
but I
with
think
love.
I can be obsessed with love. So I think you're a little bit more like, I'm tired. Like, that's my boundary. I think I need to work on boundaries because I'll be tired and I'll still kind of be like, okay, like, let's FaceTime. But like, deep down, I just want to watch Netflix and be alone. So I think it's like having that boundary too.
But you want to keep like in contact with them.
But the guys I attract, like, they get mad at me if I say, like, if I have boundaries. So it's like, I don't know. It's just,
you don't want to hang out with me or something? Like,
yeah,
get a
or
little
they'll
aggressive.
like, if I'm like super busy, they're just like, oh, you're like too busy for me, or I attract a little more controlling, a little
very
more
much controlling.
I don't know. It's something with me I'm like working on. It's the weirdest thing. Like, the kinds that I attract.
And when I tell that to guys, they're like turned on. So it's like
they want you more.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
When I
It's
tell
so
them like
weird.
I'm busy, I can't talk to you. They're like, I don't know. They're all about it. I'm like, I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah, and then you attract the guys that want marriage, and you're, not totally
Yeah.
about that. And then
And
I
then
like want marriage, and they're just like
just how it
emotionally
is, right?
unavailable. It's like, what's going on here?
Yeah, it
like,
is,
what do I
like,
need to
that's
do?
how it
Weird.
is.
I don't know.
It's
Human
a
nature,
vibe,
I
maybe.
guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, you guys, I think I have a sense of your dating life.
Yeah.
And so I want to play this game with you called Red Flag or Deal Breaker.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay, so imagine the perfect guy, and he's in front of you, and everything's great, but he does this one thing, and it's a red flag or deal breaker. Like, we got to cut it off. First one, he smokes.
What is he
Deal breaker.
smoking?
Deal breaker? Well, what is
Yeah.
it? Okay, you're right. So, cigarettes.
Deal breaker.
I mean, cigarettes
hot
after
is he?
sex used
How
to be
hot
my
is he?
favorite thing, but
I know.
this was not anymore.
Yeah.
She's lying, but yeah.
Okay,
I
so
don't
what if
anymore.
it's like a James Bond type? Okay, so actually
For one night? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
are
my
we
God,
talking like
those, like-
relationship or one
Yeah,
night?
exactly. Which one are we
We
talking
need more like
about?
details
Oh,
here.
let's
Right.
go first night.
Yeah.
If it's like one
I don't
night,
mind.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not invested.
Whatever
It's like
gets it
one
done.
night, okay. Like
No, let's go relationship. Let's get a little deeper.
Red flag.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, red flag.
Yeah.
Hits on your mom a lot.
Ooh, deal breaker.
Right?
Like a little bit compliments here and there, but like you're hitting on her, it's
Yeah,
a
that's-
little weird.
red
yeah,
flag
like your
for
mom
sure.
is so gorgeous. I mean, look at that body.
Okay,
Like,
yeah, no.
yeah.
We're good there.
Yeah, that's a
Right?
little odd. Like I know my mom's beautiful, but like back off.
Totally.
Yeah.
Or just like in front of you, like even your girlfriend. Like,
No.
wow, look at that body.
No, that's
Well,
an
look at that
instant turn.
body.
Yeah.
Look
Look
at
at that body.
Yeah, we're good there.
Okay, leaves the toilet seat up all the time. And
Oh my
pees all over the
gosh.
toilet.
That drives me nuts. That is a deal
Really?
breaker.
I
Yeah.
make it worse. It
I
just
don't mind
leaves
that at
toilet
all. I don't care.
If they pee all over the toilet seat.
That's
all the
annoying.
time.
But
Yeah.
if they leave it up or down, I'm like,
Just
whatever.
no
It's just a
respect.
simple, like,
You're right.
I don't know. That doesn't bother
I
me.
wipe everything.
I had a
Yeah,
guy like
exactly.
always leave it up, and I'm like, it would drive me crazy. Like one time in the middle of the night, I went pee and I sat down and I like fell in the toilet because he left the seat up. So
You're like,
Well,
oh,
then you should have put it down, maybe.
well, you didn't
Well-
know. It was your place, right?
no.
It was his.
I can't
That's what I'm
expect.
saying. It's his
Okay.
place. So,
you're,
like,
you're sitting in it. You're
his
like,
rules.
deal
I'm just like
breaker.
stuck in there. I'm just like,
his rules,
what if
his
this
place.
is my life?
You adapt. I don't know.
I know.
Okay, this
I'm
is
psycho.
the next one. This has happened to me before, and so I like to go to my place because I like control, and I know everything's gonna be tidy and great. And we went to his place once, and this was after like a couple of months of seeing each other. I've never been to his place, and I was like, "This is gonna be hot. Let's go to your place." And we get there, and I'm like, "No, big mistake, huge." He had no sheets
What?
on his bed. The comforter was somewhere, and he threw that over. But I was already like, no.
You're already over it.
No.
That was it. Yeah.
And then when I showered, it was like he only had Old Spice body wash.
This is hard.
No shampoo, no
Is
conditioner.
he in high school?
No,
I'm just kidding, but
wasn't.
that's like such a like
Right?
kid, like younger thing, right?
It was a deal breaker for me.
I mean, at least he's washing his
In
body.
a sense,
though.
it wasn't an instant deal breaker. It was just something that was in the back of my head. Like, into that, you like sheets or no sheets?
No sheets. To me, that's like an instant.
So did you stay?
No.
Did you stay over?
I did
or-
stay over. I had to. I figured out the shower
You're like,
situation.
we're here.
Yeah.
Let's have fun.
I was like, fine.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Yes.
What about food? Do you guys care about food?
We love food.
But like,
She's
Oh,
if
no,
it's-
she's I thought
what
you
if
like, do you like
it's
food? I'm like, yeah.
Fridge is like totally disgusting, and there's nothing you can eat in it.
Another deal breaker for
It's
you.
it's a deal breaker. Yeah, because I love like healthy.
It's someone to be healthy
I try
with
to,
you,
I try
right?
really hard to like be health conscious, and if somebody is like eating, not bashing McDonald's, but like things like that, I just don't. So
Yeah.
like, what are we gonna eat for dinner every night?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's
Fast
a deal
food.
breaker. Yeah,
Because I love McDonald's. I mean,
Oh, love it. all
moments
about
though.
it.
Moments.
But like, and I have my times when I crave In and Out and stuff. But if it's like all just stuff that like isn't stuff that I
Right, you're
eat,
right
it'd be
about
hard.
it.
You know, it's
Totally.
hard. You
See, I'm the
know,
opposite. If they're too much of like health conscious and so into like lettuce, like a rabbit, I'm like, okay, this is an instant
I'm
turn
outta
off.
here.
Like I want like good food, late night food. Let's go out at like
I love
1
both,
a.m.
though.
Yeah. You do?
Because like, for instance, this guy I'm hanging out with.
That you say I
recently.
love you too.
Yeah. Okay, right.
Hanging out.
We can have like a pizza moment, but then like he's on like a full routine as well. Like he eats very healthy. He's like, sorry, I've got my whole week planned. So like we mainly hang out on the weekends. We talk every single day. We FaceTime every single night. But we each have our own things. And even though there's days where like I want him to come over during the week, I don't push it because I also want to keep that boundary.
Totally.
Even though I want to break it.
Of course.
Like I'm like, you have something to do. I don't today. Like, you know, kind of
come
thing.
here.
Okay, red flag or deal breaker. Kids or no kids. If it just happened like when he was in high school and he's really hot and a really nice guy.
It depends on the guy. I can't answer. I don't know. It depends on the guy.
I wouldn't judge on that because that's like, if I like the person, I like the person. That's the past, and that's like their family. I'd have to accept their kids as well. So
right.
yeah.
And then insta family.
Ditto.
And then be, you know, stepmom, you know? Here
I am. Yeah.
Okay, red flag or deal breaker. Never has condoms.
She does not like when guys wear condoms.
Right.
Did you just say that?
It happened.
She doesn't.
Wow.
No, she gets offended.
I get offended. That sounds really bad. I think, no, you should wear condoms. Absolutely. Obviously. It just feels better without sometimes.
Right.
But like, you should absolutely be safe. Don't listen to her.
Because in the moment, you're probably like, you really love me. Right?
Show the real you, Julia.
Right?
I'm calling her out. Yeah.
I think, if there's trust and like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like whatever you're comfortable with.
Totally.
I just, like,
if it's,
do you
if
not
it's like
like,
a long
do you not trust me? Do you not like,
No, I get what
it's
you're
whatever
saying.
you're comfortable with, you know? So
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I would agree. I mean, I'm okay with the condom thing. I'm like, wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Yeah, figure that out.
Yeah, no, it's
So
good.
it's
You
like,
should wrap it up.
I just, and some guys, like, I've had guys who was like, put it on for me, which is fine, but I'm like, I don't
know what to do when they do that. I'm like, you just figure it out.
I don't know if anyone's ever asked to put it on for me.
Oh, I think it's, I don't know.
Put it on
fetish?
for
I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like very
I don't know what
Yeah.
I'm doing, so I just, you take care of it. Like, I don't know, like fumbling.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
I don't want to break it.
Oh, that's happened, yeah.
That's happened?
Oh, so many times.
Right.
Right?
Right.
That's
Have you never had that?
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
And we're like, let's get another.
Yeah, I mean, it's that simple. Yeah.
So last one, red flag or deal breaker. This one's a deal breaker for me when they're rude to like wait staff.
Oh, absolutely.
Huge deal
Or
breaker.
like arrogant.
Yep.
I can't handle that
Nope.
stuff.
Yeah, I'd say
Like,
deal breaker
yeah.
too.
Deal breaker.
Because then it shows their true selves. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, it's just nasty.
So gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm done with that.
Yeah, we're done
We
with
don't
that.
like that. Be nice to everyone.
So now that you all know what's our red flag or deal breaker, don't come with us with any of
Yeah,
these
exactly.
things.
No one's
Listen
going to come to
here.
any of us.
Or do.
They're going to be so afraid. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, I'd be perfect for these people.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
No, always looking and always growing. Thank you guys so much for visiting Marsha, Marsha. I'm so happy you guys came.
You're a vibe.
Thank you
You're
so much for
vibe.
having us. This was so fun.
I know, right?
I'm like, I don't want to stop.
I know.
This podcast is brought to you by Vocal Podcast Network. Executive producers are Michaela Simon and Marsha Molinari. Produced by Yonta Taiwo, Morgan McDonald, and Ariana Giles. Shooting and editing by Morgan McDonald. Music by Aaron Rees. Artwork by Dominic Demetz and hosted by Marsha Molinari. Remember to follow at Marsha Molinari and at Vocal Podcasts everywhere. And don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast.